was a lone male in his 30s. The suspect was known to police.
No confirmation yet if this was an attack or an accident. Regardless, it's left Vancouver shattered. Amber Caneen, NBN News.
Anthony Albanese has kicked off the final week of the election campaign in the same way he started it a month ago, with a focus on Medicare. And with polls showing the Prime Minister is edging ahead of Peter Dutton in the contest, the opposition leader is now hoping for a silent suburban revolt.
In the home straight, a hometown welcome. And when you know you're onto a good thing, do it again.
The fact that this card here is green and gold is no accident.
Anthony Albanese reaching into his doctor's bag for a repeat political script.
We take pride in it as Australians.
The Prime Minister making a $200 million investment into a 24/7 health advice line. 1-800-MEDICARE to be an all-hours national telephone service. Registered nurses to assess callers' needs, and if needed, they'll be directed to a GP for a telehealth appointment. Labor saying 84% of online consults don't end up in hospital emergency departments.
Life isn't 9 to 5. We all know that. With 1-800-MEDICARE, neither is healthcare.
This is not intended as a substitute for your relationship with your usual GP. This is intended to cover circumstances where people need to be seen immediately.
Well, you can't use that little green card unless you've got a credit card with you, which is what the Prime Minister fails to add.
Throughout this campaign, Labor sought to craft its Medicare message into one about the cost of living, hitting a perceived political strength while acknowledging household pain. Peter Dutton with a rally of his own. In a Victorian Labor seat, he hopes to turn blue.
We are in the fight of our lives over the course of the next 6 days.
The opposition leader defiant in the face of gloomy polls, even suggesting the real story in the suburbs isn't being heard.
Forget about what you're being told by the ABC and the Guardian and the other hate media. Forget about that. Listen to what you're hearing on the doors.
Making a prediction.
There are millions of forgotten Australians. They are just starting to stir.
And with a party great, Peter Dutton ventured into lost Liberal land, now teal territory, hoping for a suburban swing.
1 in 3 Australians at the moment haven't decided, or they're soft voters.
On their heads, his fortune may rest. Andrew Probyn, NBN News.
Coming up next, a deadly explosion at one of the world's key ports, almost 800 people injured. And the boaters who set out to break a record but ended up lucky to survive.
When it comes to marketing your business, television is the ultimate influencer, because with TV advertising, it's all about the big picture. 100% of the screen, 100% focused on your business. And with 9NBN, you can reach more people more often, and that means more customers. We'll work direct with you to create a professionally produced commercial and effective advertising campaign to target the right audience for bigger impact. Get results. Contact us at 9nbn.com.au.
When it comes to security, you can never have too much. Westpac. Layers and layers of scam and fraud defence. Never do this blindfolded. Yet not checking before you dig online first is like digging blind. Avoid high voltage electricity cables and high pressure gas mains every time. Search before you dig online every time.
What could your next 15-day holiday look like with TripADeal? Experience unbeatable Rockies rail and cruise from $6,999 per person, including flights. Save up to $2,000 and discover breathtaking Canada on board the Rocky Mountaineer train. Then immerse in the Alaskan wilderness on a Holland America cruise. Plus, earn and use Qantas points on every booking. For bucket list experiences at unbelievable prices, search TripADeal now.
We don't want you to be kind. We want you to control them. If you're not in control as a man, you're a beta.
James, is everything alright?
Yeah, it's nothing.
Definitely alright. Do you what's influencing your kids. Learn the hidden trends of disrespect before they lead to violence. Authorised by the Australian Government, Canberra.
Oh, we must have met about 15 years back.
He just has this way of looking into my eyes, like...
Our kids even go to the same school.
Oh, did I tell you? He runs his own business. I'm definitely going to see him again.
Excellent. See you in 12 months, Emma?
Okay, great.
Because our stores are run by local optometrists, they put your care first, which can make them rather popular.
Apparently he's seeing half the town.
Book a bulk build eye test today.
Get what you pay for with Kubota's small to mid-sized tractors. From the compact but mighty BX series to the problem-solving L series. And the tough as nails NX series. Kubota delivers durability season after season. Speak to Wongmac Trading today to learn more.
For over 100 years, Somerville Laundry Lomax has been providing legal support to individuals, families and businesses. When you need someone who'll stand beside you, turn to the team trusted by generations. Somerville Laundry Lomax, for all matters when it matters most.
What will the future look like? We all have ideas about what we want to see in our own lives. And at election time, we all come together to help choose a direction for Australia's future. The federal election will be held on Saturday, 3rd of May. So make sure you know where and how to vote. Your vote will help shape Australia. Go to aec.gov.au to find your nearest polling place. Authorised by the Electoral Commissioner, Canberra.
Laughter, it would seem, works on the brain to release potent endorphins.
Especially when you're whizzing through the air while your mum looks really nervous.
And laughter, it has been suggested, forms important social bonds.
And makes you laugh lemonade out of your nose.
Science also suggests that laughter, even in moderate amounts, boosts mood and relieves anxiety.
Especially when Dad is the butt of the joke.
Indeed, it can be fairly comprehensively concluded
that laughter is the best medicine.
A massive explosion has rocked a commercial port in Iran, killing at least 5 people and injuring more than 700 others. It's believed the blast was caused by the poor storage of chemicals.
An orange cloud surges skyward. Get back, this person says. It's going to blow up. And it did. An enormous shockwave hitting those nearby. Such was the force of the explosion. It was felt in nearby cities, with glass blown out and buildings damaged many kilometres away. This is the Shahid Rajaei port in the city of Bandar Abbas, 1,300 kilometres south of the capital Tehran, a major facility for container shipments for the Islamic Republic, handling 70 million tonnes of goods a year. While no official cause has been given, the blast is believed to have been triggered by chemicals in several containers. The port had received warnings in the past for negligence in storing flammable chemicals. Hundreds of the injured were ferried to local hospitals. This man says he heard the blast as he exited a building, only to be showered by falling glass and stone. The fire burned for hours, water-bombing aircraft operating well into the night to try to contain the blaze. Eddie Meyer, NBN News.
2 speedboat racers have somehow escaped injury after this shocking crash in the United States. The terrifying moment happened on Lake Havasu in Arizona, the boat flipping high into the air at more than 300 kilometres an hour. Fellow competitors saying the pair owe their lives to the people who built the vessel. Very lucky indeed. It's time for sport now with Adam Murray, and it was a thriller at Leichhardt Oval, Adam.
Good evening, Jane. Golden point was needed to split the Tigers and Sharks. A late penalty gifting the Tigers a memorable win. And the Raiders fought back for a memorable win of their own.
Qantas Regional Grants is back supporting organisations and projects that benefit regional Australia. Don't miss your chance. Applications close soon. Find out more and apply now at qantas.com/regionalgrants.
As Health Minister Peter Dutton opposed free Medicare, he said,
"There's no sense me pretending to Australians that when you walk through the door of your GP that everything can be for free."
Then Dutton cut $50 billion from hospitals. He cuts, you pay. Authorised by B. Erickson, ALP Canberra.
Life's always changing. Now your extras can too with HCF's Choose My Extras product. You get to choose 4 extras and swap your unused extras as you need. That's big.
much.
I know. It's good value.
I love pork. That is no mystery. The mystery for me is why some of you don't. ¿Por qué?
They're very fussy eaters.
¿Por qué? Kids love it.
Look, I don't have time to.
¿Por qué? Cooks in no time.
Because it's schnitty night.
Okay. Exactly. You see, life's tastier when you get some pork on your fork.
Are you gambling with your career? Be aware. Visit Gamble Aware for information or confidential support.
Macca's new loose change menu. 8 items starting at 50 cents. OMG.
Get the power of Power Power's big Easter sale.
Hop in for a sweet deal on these Toyo tyres. Buy 3 and get 1 free.
So make sure you have a safe Easter break.
Get the power.
Want to help keep jobs here in Australia? Well, the power to switch is in your hands. Red Energy, 100% Australian electricity and gas.
For April super deals. Get 10% off already low prices on selected big brand mattresses, plus hot deals on bedroom furniture, plus bonus standard local delivery on selected purchases. Best prices guaranteed. April super deals now at Harvey Norman.
Disgruntled Tiger Lachlan Galvin says he loved being back in the NRL this afternoon, and you can understand why. The West Tigers beating the Sharks in a Golden Point thriller 2018.
A grinning Lachlan Galvin arriving at Leichhardt, his biggest public critic Jerome Luai playing up to the camera. The playmakers putting their differences aside in the sheds.
That's good sign.
The pair back on the same page.
They're standing and applauding the young 5'8" Galvin.
Divided one week, the halves combining with class the next. The Tigers all over the Sharks until the stroke of half-time.
He goes charging through the Ronaldo Mulatalo!
Cronulla lost Marweni Hironti to a knee injury and Britton Nikora for 10 minutes.
Sin-bin 17 for end that round.
Down by 12 and playing with 12 men, the Sharks reminded their rivals why they're considered a premiership contender.
The Sharks have scored a scorcher of their own!
Fanua Polair was given his marching orders.
No, don't tell me that's it.
Nico Hines ensuring the home side really hurt as the Sharks locked up the score at 18-all. The halfback with a Hail Mary with 3 minutes remaining. Galvin producing a try-saver with 40 seconds to go. Fans pumped for Golden Point, where Tom Hazelton was penalised for a strip. Adam Dewey given the chance to seal it.
It's a great win. It's great to come out here and win in front of our fans, as I said, and I can't be more grateful to be out here in the NRL team again, and I loved it.
Zach Bailey, NBN News.
A halftime spray from Ricky Stewart inspired the Raiders to a big come-from-behind win over the Dolphins. Canberra piling on 30 unanswered points for a 40-28 victory. The Raiders now sit third on the table. After the break, Morgan Siblick falls short of a maiden Bells Beach final.
Deliver more with the world's #1 forklift brand. Get Toyota's legendary reliability. Get world-leading safety. Get more uptime. And give your business the Toyota forklift advantage.
Toyota forklift.
Go Harvey Norman for April super deals. Hurry in for big savings on selected floor stock, cancelled orders and clearance furniture. Fabric and leather lounges, dining and outdoor furniture priced to clear. All stock must go. Hurry, don't miss out. Harvey Norman April super deals on now.
Does your weekend look like this? Short Stay Ultimate Getaway on Royal Caribbean.
Wouldn't it be nice if things were a little more useful? At Origin, we're making it happen. From helping you go solar to customer service and everything in between. That's all kinds of useful.
At election time, we all come together to help choose a direction for Australia's future. So it's important that you understand how to make your vote count. For the federal election, you need to complete 2 ballot papers, a green one for the House of Representatives and a large white one for the Senate. On the green ballot paper, put a 1 in the box beside the candidate who is your first choice, then a 2 in the box beside your second choice, and so on until you've numbered every box. On the white Senate ballot paper, put a 1 in the box above the line for the party or group that is your first choice, then a 2 in the box for your second choice, and so on until you've numbered at least 6 boxes. Or you can choose to vote below the line by numbering at least 12 boxes for individual candidates in the order of your choice. Make sure you know how to vote correctly because your vote will help shape Australia. To learn more, visit aec.gov.au or call 132326. Authorised by the Electoral Commissioner, Canberra.
11 essential vitamins and minerals, low GI, protein, pint fibre. It's amazing what they squeeze into an up and go.
We squeeze more good stuff in, so you can get more out. Also available in no added sugar.
Best sheds up to 40% cheaper. Double garages $4,990. Triple garages $8,600. 4-car garage $7,250.
Our 25% off sale is happening right now.
American Barns from $8,900. Farmsteads $11,990. Industrial buildings only $18,600. Call Best Sheds on 1800 15 17 18 or check out our range at bestsheds.com.au.
This report brought to you by Cox Mowers. Cox, proudly engineered Aussie tough for over 70 years.
A memorable afternoon for Australian surfing as 2 Aussies had the honour of ringing the iconic Bells Beach trophies. Isabella Nichols winning her first tour event in 3 years, defeating Brazilian Luana Silva to take the women's crown. The men's final was much closer, Jack Robinson claiming victory on his last wave to move into 3rd on the world rankings. Morgan Sibley extreme run as a wildcard came to an end in the semi-finals. Fickle conditions made things tricky as Sibley struggled to land a decent score in the quiet semi. Adopted Novocastrian Tyler Wright experienced the same result in the women's tour. Crystal Palace is the first team into the FA Cup final, a 3-0 win over Aston Villa, earning Palace a spot in their first cup decider in 9 years. The party at Wembley had nothing on the celebrations in Wales as Wrexham secured promotion for the 3rd straight year. Congratulations to Rose Davies, who lowered her own 5-kilometre Australian record overnight in China. The long-distance star was 9th across the line in 14 minutes and 40.83 seconds.
I'm stoked, yeah. I feel like I'm still trying to get my stride this season. It's only my second 5K. I ran nationals last week. I've been injured for the past month or so. So, yeah, I'm really happy that I came out, ran my best, and, yeah, got away with the national record.
Davies will be back in action at the Golden Grand Prix in Japan next month. The Far North Coast Rugby Union Anzac round wrapped up yesterday. From the get-go, the Ballina Seahorses meant business, defeating the Lennox Head Trojans in a one-way affair.
Hitting the field at Keys Reserve. Ballina was quick to score in the opening minutes. Finding a break down the far left, Emerson Bessel pushed the Seahorses to double digits. A twist and dive to the try line from Harrison Bungate added another. Just shy of 20 points, Brett Johnston dug deep for the home side. Teammate Jack Kindred slipped through the cracks on the far right. This intercept from the Seahorses paving the way for Amori Raralavu to score between the posts. The Lennox Head Trojans looked like they would make a lucky break before this big tackle stopped them in their tracks. Split 36-0 at half-time, Bessel returned for a second act. Upping their score to 43, Ruben Sarek found what would be Ballina's last down the far right to cap off a 48-0 annihilation. Alexandra Rees, NBN News.
The Australian Speedway karting titles in Tamworth were cancelled today due to the wet weather. The track at Oakburn Park Speedway, a mud pit with 41 millimetres of rain falling over the last 24 hours. The current Australian champions will retain their titles for a further 12 months. Coffs Harbour's Shannon Rose is days away from making her professional boxing debut, fighting for the Victorian middleweight title next Saturday. The 25-year-old now gearing up to make a name for herself on the pro circuit.
Definitely feeling a little bit excited. I'm feeling ready. In that ring, and now I'm that final for it's game day.
25-year-old now packing her bags. Professional boxer Alana Musa.
This is not only my first professional fight, but it's my first boxing fight. It's been a massive learning curve, jumping to being pretty much a full-time athlete.
Shannon laser focused on training for months now to get ready for the bout.
I was training twice a day, a pad work session in the morning followed by cardio and more boxing in the afternoon, as well as a few sparring sessions per week.
But she's easing off now in the final days before the match.
Now that I've finished my heaviest load of training, I'm focusing on recovery as much as I can. Still short, sharp sessions, but just making sure that I'm getting rid of as much soreness so my body is ready to go for the fight.
Shannon hopeful Saturday will be the first fight of many on the pro circuit.
I know that I've been given this opportunity and I'm wanting to take it on and give it my all.
Alison Paul, NBN News.
And that is our look at sport.
Nice one, thank you, Adam. Big rain totals across the local region.
Starting a business comes with what ifs. Like what if I open a barber but people stop cutting their hair? So set your business up right with ANZ and wonder what's the best that could happen.
Experience all-inclusive Japan and South Korea cruise from $5,499 per person, including flights. Sail with celebrity cruises and visit vibrant Seoul. Witness iconic Mount Fuji and more. Search TripADeal now.
Good health is
Chicken salad, thanks.
contagious.
Make it 2.
3, please.
Yep. We're wired to pick up all the best bits from one another. And at Bupa, we're helping our almost 4 million members live healthier. Because every time they do, someone else will too. Join Bupa Health Insurance and feel good health catch on.
What does it mean to go your own way? It's knowing that being different is always a good thing. Own it in the new 7-seat Isuzu MU-X SUV.
Tank World's up to 50% on clearance sale has been extended. Save up to 50% off our entire range of slimline tanks and Tank World pumps from 330 to 5,000 litres. All stock must go. Sale ends tomorrow. Think Tank World. 1800 68 69 70.
You're invited to our Kids' Day Out, supported by Clarence Property, Sunday, May 4th. Entries free. Bring a picnic blanket and the kids to Missingham Bridge Amphitheatre at Ballina for a family day out. Featuring live shows, including Newcastle Permanent presenting Paw Patrol, with Lions Barbecue Breakfast, NBN's Big Dog, the Wildlife Twins, plus heaps more. Come and join the Our Kids family and the emergency services. It's a family fiesta. Don't miss it. Our Kids' Day Out, Sunday, May 4th.
Like that friendship that stands the test of time, where every moment leaves you feeling renewed. With 15% off the entire range, now it's the best time to upgrade your comfort. Stress less. Sail on now at Boaton's Casino.
A help company would get people back on their feet, make complicated stuff simple, and even try to predict the unpredictable. So that's what we're doing. NRMA Insurance, a help company.
Mostly fine conditions across the northern rivers today after a cool and foggy start. We have a few more days of relatively sunny skies before much cooler and cloudier weather settles in ahead of next weekend. The eastern half of New South Wales copped a pretty good soaking in the last 24 hours. More than 150 millimetres was recorded around the mid-north coast, and decent totals above 70 registered as far west as the Coonamble Shire. It's in line with this area of low pressure sitting just off the coast here. We'll continue to see at times quite heavy rain spread right throughout the country's southeast, reaching a number of inland areas. Now, that low is set to push gradually out, but onshore winds means wet weather should linger around that mid-north coast region and anywhere southeast of that before this system is replaced by a much larger block of high pressure around this time next weekend. Mostly blue skies in Brisbane tomorrow and a warm top of 28 degrees, much cooler and more overcast in Sydney, only getting up to 23 degrees, and the mercury starting to drop significantly in the country's capital with single-digit overnight minimums. A foggy start before clearing for a mostly fine day across the north coast, topping out at 27 degrees at Evans Head and 26 degrees in Cape Byron. A slight southerly influence making its way up the coast in the early afternoon, but it is set to remain fairly dry until later in the week, and that's when we can expect more moderate showers to settle in over the course of the weekend through to next Monday and Tuesday. Chilly again to start before reaching maximums of 26 degrees in Yamba, 25 at Byron Bay, 27 the top from Murwillumbah up to the Gold Coast. Taking a look at coastal conditions, we do have a strong wind warning in place for the Byron and Gold Coasts, with seas sitting at around 2 to 3 metres and a similar sized swell, south to southwesterly winds up to 30 knots along both coasts. A morning high tide around 8:15 with an afternoon low at 2:17, sun to rise at 6:12 and setting just after 5 p.m. Partly cloudy skies in the Tweed tomorrow, 27 degrees the top, clearing for a mostly fine Tuesday, but we should see light to moderate showers settle in from late Thursday through to the weekend, in line with a drop in temperatures. 26 the top in Ballina tomorrow, still sticking into the mid-20s through to around the middle of the week, but then we should see a drop in temperatures as well as some rain clouds start to roll in. Mid-20s the top in Lismore for the next few as well, dropping to the low 20s from Thursday onwards and up to around 10 millimetres possible each day through to next weekend. And in Grafton, it should be a little bit drier through to at least Wednesday. 25 degrees the top there, a few showers possible, but then we should see a significant drop in daytime temperatures this time next weekend as the storm clouds roll into that region as well. And checking out the surf across some of our local beaches today, it was fairly flat at Gallows on the mid-north coast, but plenty of blue skies overhead. Still relatively warm in the water for this time of year. Hopefully a slightly larger swell tomorrow. We are in for some slight reprieve tomorrow, but rain likely later in the week as well. Okay, look forward to it. Thank you, Lauren. And that is NBN News for this Sunday from all the news team here. Good night.
Tomorrow, the